Killer X here, and today I will be covering Omerta, City of Gangsters. Let's begin. Omerta, the rule that all criminal organizations live by. From the Five Families, to the LA Crips, and even the Japanese Yakuza. They all have their own word for Omerta, but ultimately it's the same. Don't snitch. Omerta, City of Gangsters, throws you into the dank underworld of 1920s Atlantic City. An immigrant from Italy, you fight your way through vicious gangs, ward off betrayal from both higher-ups and subordinates, and take what you came to the land of the free for. Everything. My first memories of this game consist of setting up a brewery alongside a speakeasy, also known as an underground bar. This all takes place during the Prohibition era, which forbid people to purchase alcohol. Alongside this mutually beneficial operation, I was also able to set up an illegal boxing arena, insurance company, and nightclub. The list goes on, but you get the picture. As you progress through each district of Atlantic City, you'll find yourself thoroughly corrupting everything in your path, just as a gangster should. From drive-bys to raids and even arson, this game allows you to act upon your inner businessman in ways you've never thought possible. And when all else fails, there's always combat. Speaking of combat, it's actually quite good in this game. At first, I will admit that I wasn't feeling it, mainly because I've turned away from turn-based games, no pun intended, since my first level of Final Fantasy on PlayStation 1. In combat, each character possesses a unique ability, and if you find you don't need that character, you can always fire them and hire another, more useful counterpart. Aside from the special talents, you can also equip special weapons to each of your henchmen after purchasing the item from corrupt cops or local mob bosses. But I'll leave the details for you to discover. Now, with the good must come the bad.
I need a drink.
Unfortunately, Omerta ultimately fell short of my expectations. While it was a great concept accompanied with nice graphics, sounds, easy controls, nice character structure, a superb combat mode, and smooth business simulation, what makes this game fall short is the map, levels, and replayability. Yes, there's a long list of pros, but the cons easily tip the scale. The reason I say this is because on many an occasion I'd be sitting there enjoying the fruits of my labor over the past 20 or 30 minutes, completing missions, making huge amounts of money, and just pretty much shooting up whoever got in my way, and then bam, I complete the wrong mission and I'm forced to move to another district of the city, after a screen of course pops up saying you win. No, you're kidding, right? The whole district concept is very flawed in itself because it forces you to leave all your work behind in the end, making it worth absolutely nothing. What happens is that as the story progresses, it takes part in different sections of Atlantic City instead of the entire thing, and once you leave a district, you cannot go back. Not only that, but once you beat the game, you can't go back either. Just stare furiously at an empty map, which ultimately leaves you thinking and, well, hoping that the developers release a map with their studio in it so that you can extort and possibly burn it down. Did I also mention that you lose all your money, beer, liquor, and weapons after each district? Yeah, that's nice. Aside from that annoyance, the game and story was fairly enjoyable. Between managing the current district and participating in the occasional combat mission, it kept me busy a couple of hours a day, at the least. The other portion of my day was actually spent on the phone with my lawyer trying to cook up a scheme of how to sue the developers for torture. Yes, I was tortured by the infamous voice loop. How the game works is you hire a gang of up to 5 henchmen and send them out to do things around the town as well as help you in combat missions, as stated before. Need to buy a building? Send Doc. Need to get some money laundered? Send Doc. Need someone shot? Send Doc. The thing about that, however, is that whenever I sent Doc, or anyone else for that matter, I hear one of their 5 possible catchphrases over and over and over again. Hey Doc, can you go build a brewery?
I need a drink.
Huh. Not sure you're the best guy for the job after all. Okay, what about buying some firearms? Is that alright?
I need a drink.
Okay, screw you, Doc. I'm sending in Danny.
Razzle dazzle.
Oh my god, I am done.
No rest for the boss.
I need a drink.
Admittedly, I was racing to the wine cellar too after hearing that catchphrase for the 400th time, but I sat through it for you guys.
I hope you'll leave me alone.
Aside from the map and shortage of words in the voice actor's vocabulary, the numerous spelling and grammatical errors throughout the game will certainly stir up a grammar Nazi or two. With the eventual now instead of no, and point black instead of point blank, you find yourself secretly, or vocally if you're from New Jersey, wondering if this game truly was produced as an after-school project in someone's basement. Don't get me wrong though, this game is pretty polished and looks great from the start. Not to mention that aside from the obvious violence, this is a fairly family-friendly game, lacking even the slightest cuss word or sexual reference. However, even though we'd love to support a game like this since it seems they're definitely on the right track, the question is it good enough to buy? We say no. Rent it if you can or pick it up at a flea market, I don't care. This game gets from us 5 controllers.